First things first, power.
Now I gotta ride or die.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've just picked the keys up to this. This is the new Mercedes EQC, and we're going to take this on my normal commute to work. Thank you to the guys at Esplanade for supplying the vehicle today. But we're going to put this thing through a real world driving experience, through traffic, through some B roads, because I think this is the next generation of electric car that you guys out there may be very interested in buying in the not so distant future with the way the world is going. So let's jump in the car. It's freezing cold. Let's get on with the journey. Oh, it's so cold. It's not even funny how cold it is. Horrendous weather as usual, but the EQC, that's why you're here. Let's chat about this. Now, what we're going to do today is take this through a typical drive to work. We're going to start here at Esplanade on the Isle of Wight. Again, shout out to those guys for letting me take this thing out for the day. And we're going to do a normal commute in it. Now, this car, usually we do performance stuff on this channel, don't get me wrong. This isn't necessarily a performance car, although it does have 408 horsepower. Madness. We're going to use that to its full potential through a town. We're going to do a bit of back road on the way to my office, which is where this car is really going to become. So we're going to use it for its intended purpose. First, so when you jump in this thing, it's just so nice in here. Everything is just really well laid out. It's a luxury product from Mercedes. That's the way I see it. The ambient lighting, as usual, is literally on another level. But I've already turned it on. The car's on. Cold start is already ensued, which is no sound whatsoever. I'm going to put it in reverse. Beautiful reversing camera as well. You can see absolutely everything. Also, it bongs when you reverse on the outside. I could hear that as this car was being dropped off. I could actually hear the bonging from the outside of the car. Interesting, because obviously there's no engine like making an idle noise. You can't hear this thing doing anything. It's very strange. Now, I'm not going to put any of the lovely Burmester hi-fi on today. We're going to see what this thing sounds like as we're actually driving. Now, this being an electric car, it's got to be quiet. Even when you're driving around, you're going to notice the whir from the tyres and the wheels and things going round. Now, what I'm really trying to achieve from this video more than anything is experience this car, because I'm always interested in experiencing different varieties of cars in their own setting. Taking this down a B road, yes, we will get to that point, but I don't believe that's where its natural habitat is. It's going to be cruising through the local city or motorway journeys, various things like that, or what we're doing today, which is the obligatory run to work in the morning. That's literally what we're doing. Now, first things first, look at this coming down here. I've shot this for the channel before. Shout out Nissan Stagia. Banger of a car, that is. What a thing of beauty. First things first, power. Why is it so fast? Now, that's hilarious. So the electric engine, you know, motors on this car, 408 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. Why is it 4.9 seconds? By Stagia. Lovely. That is blistering performance from a, you know, this will out-accelerate many cars that I've driven previously that are performance-based. Very interesting. Now, firstly, jumping into this car, we've got, you know, just under a full tank of charge. Right now, it is displaying 142 miles. Now, the predicted mileage from those batteries by Mercedes is around 240 miles to a full charge. I did chat to one of the guys at Esplanade that have been driving this, you know, day in, day out, actually daily driving this. So you know, I've actually spoken to what is in theory an owner, someone that's actually enjoyed this thing for, you know, a couple of months, done the charging, done the mileage, and he was saying you do get, you know, town driving stuff around 200 miles in this thing for a full charge, which is again a good shout for something that is, you know, Mercedes' first real electric SUV. That is not too bad, I don't think. Yes, there's other cars out there that do a lot more mileage than that. What I've done today though, and what you'd probably end up driving this EQC in on a daily basis, is drive but auto mode. So that is, the regenerative braking doesn't come in unless it needs to. So it will survey the maps and it will survey your driving and how things are going, and it will decide whether it wants to put the brakes on to regen the braking, to put more battery charge in, whether it wants to coast or sail, as they say on Mercedes. And you can change this. You can go into drive minus or drive minus minus, and that will determine whether you sail or whether you use the regenerative braking. The regenerative braking on minus minus is quite severe, if I'm quite honest. Like I've said in all of the electric car videos that I've ever done on this channel, the fact, yes, I understand there is petrol heads out there that won't be into them, but if you've actually got the money to buy this car, you will see the benefits of the ease of driving, the ease of charging, the ease of not going to the petrol station every 10 minutes, which I genuinely quite like, because I literally spend every other day in there filling one of my fossil fuel cars up. It's funny because as you're driving, the power bar or dial this side actually goes down as the regen braking comes in, so it'll actually show and go down to, you know, 20 or 40% charge, showing there it went to 45% charge on that brake up to the traffic lights. That's not bad whatsoever. Again, we are working with technology that is working with us. That is a really, really good thing here. So this is a premium AMG line, which will give you a lot of the things that, of course, the base model won't. This is the one I would go for. It is a lot of money. It's about 75, but you are working with brand new technology. You know, a non-electric GLC, say, is still 50 to 60,000 pounds. You will have to go to the petrol station and fill that up, obviously. This, you don't. There's actually no noise whatsoever. Even the wind noise. Now, another thing to, you know, counteract the whole electric thing is wind noise. Of course, if you are designing an electric car and it's going to be this quiet, wind noise is going to be a real problem. You don't notice that in a petrol combustion engined car. They've done a really good job in it, because I can't hear anything. There's no bangs, rattles. Of course, it's a brand new car, there shouldn't be. But the wind noise is so low. Yeah, that's really, really impressive. So I have got to my destination. We are at the office, and I must say, for trips like that and what this car is really going to be about, which is the daily commute, getting in and out of cities and towns, doing a school run maybe and stuff, it is just an unbelievable car for that. That is what this car is pitched against, and that's what we wanted to do today, is take it along a journey that I do pretty much every day at the moment. I do it in my Series 1 quite a lot. I do it in, you know, the RS3, various other cars, and this has been the most calming and relaxing, economical trip to work I have ever had. I genuinely cannot praise how well this car just covers ground and does journeys. That's the real thing here. If you're looking for something that's really economical, you have the money to spend on a car like this, and you want it to be just nice, a nice version of the electric car, because at the end of the day, the charges that are especially coming into London and various other cities at the moment, cars like this make so much sense. That's why I want to drive them, because at some point down the line, we might all have to get into a car like this. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this style of video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you again to Esplanade for letting me take the EQC out for a little drive today. I'll see you all on the next one.